It is true that you cannot see the game leg because the stream hasn't started yet. But I'm keeping your 500 points. Good evening, internet and leg. How are you doing? I hope this Monday finds you well. I hope it finds you a bit less tired than it does me, because holy shit. Oh dear God. The weekend I had. Oh. Doing fine, still in stress from the move and still a bit to do, so a little stressed. Yeah, there's always a lot to do with moves, isn't there? It's never quite finished. Oh, well, I hope you're able to relax a bit for the evening at least. Oh. Gosh. I want to talk about it, or just later stay at the weekend was stressful? Oh, right. Yeah, that. No, the weekend was just jam-packed with things. So on the Friday, we played a gig with our band at the university. They were opening a new building, and my dad works there, so we managed to get ourselves a gig. That was fun, but even if it wasn't very long, we only played for about an hour and a half. It's still pretty tiring, you know? And it's a lot of work to prepare for it. So I did that on the Friday, and then I came home and hung out with people on Discord. I remember if you weren't there on Friday, were you? It's mostly Rosie and Remy and Reese, I think, that I talked to. Right. Yeah, so yeah. I came home sort of, I don't know, around 11-ish, and then stayed up for another 2 hours. And I think I wasn't actually asleep until like 2:30 or something stupid like that. And then I had promised a friend that I would join him at the gym on the Saturday. So that was fun. This whole area of my body is in pain. Complete and utter pain. Whatever I do, it hurts. My arms, my chest, my shoulders. Oh. I don't ever go to the gym. I haven't been to a gym in years. But yeah, so I did that on Saturday, just after lunch. And then I went to a birthday party. So I wasn't home until like midnight or something. On Sunday, I did absolutely nothing because I couldn't do anything. I managed to like go buy some groceries basically, and that was it. That was my weekend. I had hoped to read some essays on Sunday to get ahead of my marking. I failed at that. I spent the entire Sunday flat on my back on my couch watching YouTube videos, which was quite nice. Don't get me wrong, but like around 5-ish, I just fell asleep. I heard myself snoring loudly. I don't know, do other people do that when you're like, if you're like dozing off in the afternoon or middle of the day, you actually hear yourself snoring? Because I do that. And it's loud. It's so fucking loud. Yeah. I wake myself up with it. I like the first couple of times I noticed it, like years ago, I just woke up like, whoa, what the fuck? Who's in my room? Like, nowadays, I'm just like, I'm gonna enjoy this. Oh. So that was my weekend, which is why I'm extremely tired. And then, like an idiot. So today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, I have the whole day set aside for marking. And today was a day of reading each other's essays between teachers and comparing them, or comparing our marking, I should say. Like what do you think? Is a C right for this, or should I bump it up to a B, or is the content not good enough, or blah blah blah. Basically, making sure we have an even sort of level. And one of the teachers I was grouped with had said that I actually have to leave at 2:00 on Monday because reasons, whatever. And we had the whole day set aside from 8 to 4 or whatever, or 8:45 to 4:00. So I, like an idiot, said, well, I mean, maybe we can start like a half hour earlier just to make up some time. And the others were like, yeah, sure, we can do that. And then I wake up on Monday. I'm just like, I go to look at my phone. I was like, I hope it's not 6:00 yet because I really need to sleep another hour. Open the phone. It's 5:52. And I just hated myself. If I hadn't said, let's start a half hour earlier, I could have slept another half hour, taken the next bus. It would have been fine. But no. I had to be Mr. Ambitious. Be like, we can start early. Get things done. So yeah, that was fun. Sometimes one is their own worst enemy, right? Wait, which one is... Yeah, that's it, Sleeper, good. Now you can see the game. Yeah, definitely my own worst enemy. And then I also ended up not getting around to booking the laundry, so I ran out of underwear. I had to actually go buy underwear at the grocery store, which is always a fun experience. But yeah, let's fight capitalism. We are a machinist on our 7th cycle. Or we've done 7 cycles, I don't know. But yeah, I'm really liking this game, by the way. I think it's awesome. Gorgeous art, like really good writing. Right, so let's see. We got some good dice today. So let's see. So we got the shipyard. Okay, we can advance this. Oh man, I want escape to be leave, but it's not. We got Feng. Okay, but we need data for him. We don't need to eat today. Although, if we don't eat, we'll lose energy and be down to 4 dice tomorrow. And we do have quite good... Okay, so we'll see if we can make some cash, then maybe we can make sure to eat. Okay, that's just waiting for stuff to happen. Oh, no, we don't want to end our cycle. Oh, yeah, we're being hunted. So in 1, 2, 3, 4 cycles, something will happen that is bad. What do we got here? Ooh. We can explore the rotunda. No. Okay, so one more thing of unloading containers and we'll... So we're not allowed to buy any more scrap, I think. No, we bought all the scrap we're allowed to buy. Good evening, Lady Mary of the Roses. How are you doing? Doing good, just esportsing away. Yeah, are you gonna be a professional esportser? I think you should be a professional esportser. Tip sleeping citizen. I think you should definitely be a professional esportser. Right, we got some... Right, we need to be a trusted trader so that we can... Okay, let's see, I need to show... Oh, right, shit, disable tracker. So we need to basically just help Feng. That means we need data. Tips capitalism. You shouldn't tip capitalism. It's making enough money as it is. It doesn't need your handouts. I know that's not the meaning of tip you used. But if I tip capitalism, it'll drop its money. Oh, that is perfect. I love it. Yes. Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh, man. This station is so big. How's you two doing? Well, I just regaled Leg with how exhausting my weekend was. So that was fun. My weekend was quite exhausting. Alright, well, data we find here, so... And we want Solheim data. We don't have a 4, so we can't do that one. That's a shame. Keynote. Did you get wet on Saturday? No, I did not get wet on Saturday. The party was fun, despite the games. The game that potentially required swimwear was... so the games were all played in teams, right? And the game was that the judge, the referee, stepped out, so he couldn't see what we were doing. And we had to hide a water balloon on the person of one of our team members. And when the referee came back in, he had 5 guesses to find it. And the rules were that, well, they had to be hidden on their person and it had to not break. Beyond that, anything was fair game, basically. So that's why the host suggested, well, maybe bring a swimsuit. Damn it. Can't get any Solheim. No, it's... I've got these encrypted keys. I'm not sure what to do with them. But yeah, it was pretty good fun. I tend to not like those kinds of like party games and stuff. But it was good. I enjoyed it. Okay. So that's thing. Build a ship mine. Prototype fabricator owned by the Ort Exchange. With that and a few fragments, you could build a ship mine core. Gain access to the Ort Fabricator. Okay. So how do I do that? Right. Either one of these. I have no components to sell. I have some data. No, that's some items. I have some Yatagan data, but that's not going to help. I have no components though. Alright, so let's do some Intuit. It's risky. I always begrudgingly play along with those things. Yeah, I kind of do as well, but I don't want to be a spoil sport for the people who are actually like genuinely into it, so I try to get into it. Oh wow, we got +2 trusted trader. Sweet. So there we go, Ort Fabricator. Okay, we need 3 of these. Isn't it basically social deduction game a la Among Us? Not really. I don't think so. I mean, because it was one person who's the referee, and then for each team, one person had hidden the water balloon. Or do you mean like party games in general? Because do I need 3 at once? Yeah, I do. Okay, and these. Okay. Build a ship mite. Gather 3 ship mite fragments. Well, that's not there. I can't get... Yeah, this is where we get ship mine fragments. So we need to unload some containers and hope for some ship mine fragments. I went through my worst hell when I had a mandatory performing arts therapy course in social services. The student section of that course... Oh god, no, that's terrible. That is horrible. You should be given complimentary therapy for having gone through it. Yeah. I mean, I get why stuff like that, why it appeals to people, but I don't really like it, and Oh, nice, we got some energy. Cool. No, I do not want to dance my feelings. Right? Okay, but... I don't get it. Am I blocked from buying scrap now? I don't understand. Yeah, action unavailable. I can... Or act my emotions without words. I can just fucking say I'm upset, thank you. Yeah, right? Okay, so how do I... I bought all the scrap I can. I guess I have to get the freighter to go out and come back again. So let's do some more endure. I guess. Oh man, we didn't advance the fucking scrap thing. Oh, okay. I'm not unloading containers. I'm having dinner with someone from the crew. That explains things. I just wasted 2 dice complete. Idiot. Okay, this is a bit annoying. We've got no proper data. That's not gonna help. Don't have enough ship mind fragments. I'm not quite sure what a ship mind is. And now I've got so much energy, eating would be a complete waste. But also, it improves my condition. So I kind of need to... do the thing. We've made enough cryo, so I can definitely afford to eat. Let's see if we can do anything here. Key node, but I don't want a key. I don't want Yatagan data. I want Solheim data, but I don't have a 4, so I can't do this one. I could do this, just... yeah, let's just do something. Extract data. Yeah, Havenage data. I'm not sure what to do with that, but I'm sure it'll be useful at some point. Okay, we have a 5 die left. Oh shit, there's a gate here. Which requires... Havenage cipher. I don't have an Havenage cipher, do I? No, I do not. Okay. Right, let's just do something with our final die here so we're not wasting things completely. I'm still not quite sure how this thing works. But I guess it's going to leave, like we've unloaded all the scrap, so it's going to leave on the next cycle, I guess. Just maybe shipyard, do some shit here. We are engineers, so we'll... So what might we get from hauling materials? Let's do assist to shipbuilder, see what we get. I mean, it's something, right? We have to use our dice before we... +2 yacht and +5 cryo. Random scrap item. Okay. That's cool. We can go... Right, oh, wait, actually, that's really good. So we can go up to... fabricator? No, not the fabricator. The exchange. And sell that. Sell those components. Gets us like 15 cryo or something. 12 cryo. Okay, so not amazing. But we've made enough cryo that we can go eat without it being a massive waste. Emphasis on trust people easily, but notice his regular customers at that point. Right. Sleeper. Emphis calls out to you, a booming voice that echoes through the corridor. Tell me a story. He throws a handful of chopped mushrooms into his wok, the fire leaping up to meet the oil. I see you, cycle in, cycle out, but we never speak. Tell me a story. What kind? Any kind. He pauses to drizzle something from a plastic bottle into the wok. But one of yours. He looks up at you. Nothing stolen. You pause, the spice is rich in your nostrils, and think about the kind of story you'd like to tell Emphis. You look at Emphis, the listener, and imagine he has heard it all before. Perhaps you would enjoy a strange story. Something with some spice. Ooh, let's tell me about our dreams. All the sleepers, you tell Emphis, had dreams. Some were simple, memories left over from the emulation process that had become tangled up in their minds and would come out when they slept. It wasn't rare to hear a sleeper in the dorm scream or cry out in the night. But your dreams, those grey, skeletal after-images of systems and structures, of threads and patterns, weren't like others. They weren't memories or nightmares. They were reflections of reality. Distorted, yes, but somehow true. You learned back then to keep quiet about them, to let them flow through your mind like water. That was until now, until you arrived in this place. Now your dreams colonize your waking life. They slip behind your eyelids with every blink. Now you understand they aren't dreams at all, but some process of interfacing, of speaking, of living in another world that flows through this one like smoke through air. You tell him that you do not know if there is a reason for your dreams. Perhaps you reason it is just some side effect or particular quality of the frame you inhabit. But whatever it is a gift, and you hope to make use of it. Emphis finishes cooking and squints a little at you. Sleeper, he smiles, you are quite the storyteller. He eyes you and you realize that he's trying to gauge how honest you've been in your story. Emphis passes you the meal he has cooked and you take it gratefully. As you eat, he talks. A natural exchange. Thank you, Sleeper. He looks around at the emptying market. But my time is done for today and I don't want to keep you longer, so I will make a proposal. He gestures to the plastic boxes of ingredients stacked behind his stall. These are good enough for most, but some told me a story that made me think a couple of cycles ago. They said that across the gap in the Greenway, fresh mushrooms grow. Have you heard this? No, I haven't. Neither had I, but I trust the one who told me. Emphis begins packing up his things. Can you bring me some? I cannot cross the gap and I worry about leaving my things behind. He smiles. I'm sure a storyteller like you could handle the trip. I will prepare them for you, and if you wish to tell it, be the audience for another story. Sure. Good, booms Emphis. Then I will wait for you to bring them. Emphis sides his wok away and straightens up. I will prepare a recipe then, Sleeper. Good luck with your foraging. You turn away and walk back into the main market, the rich taste of Emphis's food still lingering in your mouth. Stories for food, you think. A trade that seems more than fair. Cool. Gonna load into a match. Look, have a good match, Rosie. Yeah, but like... But where was it? The Greenway. Guess we have to open up more of the station. Whoa, Founder's Gap. Oh, okay. So we need a lot more crypto. Okay, I think it's time to go sleep for this cycle. Two energy. We'll lose one condition, so we'll be down to 4 dice. That's a bit of a shame. But it also feels like a waste to pay 100 cryo for a shot of stabilizer when we're that close to full. Okay, not so great dice this round, but... Okay, so they will leave after this cycle, I guess. But that seemed to be the best place to get ship mine fragments, or the only place I know so far. Or we just go this. Oh wait, I don't have 150 cryo. Okay, so we need to make some money. Maybe we can do some maintenance. Ooh. Solheim node. Oh, it's a 4. What the hell? Oh, can't do it. Yeah, that's no good. Keynode. Ooh, this is a gate. Oh no, right, we need a... okay, but maybe we can get a Havenage cipher from one of the Havenage agents or nodes. Right. Come on. Come on! Nope, just Havenage data. Which isn't any help. Whoa! Okay, the hunter is back. A glimmer in the dark catches your eye as the orb of Hunter's head appears in the distance. It is looking for you. Hide. You slip down into the ghostly structures of the eye, a feeling like passing through a cloud as their data structures deform and reform around you. Another glimmer catches your eye, closer now, that roving orb wreathed in tentacles. It flickers, jumps once, twice, and then it's here. Hunter is here. Entity, submit to inquiry. Hunter reaches for you in that unpleasantly familiar way, its waving threads creating a cage. Struggle. You push against the threads as they close in, become frenzied as you push them aside, becoming frenzied as you push them aside. You are caught by whipping tendrils and feel them pulling you away from the anchor of your body. You push through, clearing the threads. Entity, hold for processing, comes the scream from behind you, but you're already gliding away back to your anchor, your body. You wake dizzy, distorted, but safe. I haven't quite understood what Hunter is. I'm not quite sure what to do. Okay. So we could unload some containers, maybe? Let's do it. Oof. Ooh, that's no good. Lost condition. Might have to just bite the bullet and do something we'll definitely do well at, and then go buy a thing, because it would be down to 3 dice otherwise, and that's no good at all. Alright, let's do some block maintenance. Guaranteed positive outcome. Energy and +2. Okay, I hope for some cryo, but okay. Let's acquire some stabilizer. Whoa! She gave me a thing. Passkey for an apartment found tucked inside a stabilizer vial. As you quickly leave the surgery, eager to be away from Toshiro's glare, you notice something wrapped around the stabilizer vial, clutched tightly in your hand. You open your hand and a thin film marked with holes and sigils unrolls from around the vial. At one end it has a hard metal strip, a handle. Inspect the film. You hold the cloudy film up to the light. It is perforated with an ornate pattern of holes. You can make out a word among the markings. Passkey. Is this an entry key for somewhere? Inspect the handle. The metal handle is worn and pitted, but you can see a set of numbers imprinted into it. 207-F, and then crudely scratched into the handle at some later date. Low end. For a moment, you consider going back to the surgery to return the key, and then quickly think better of it. Did Sabine want you to have this? Or is Toshiro passing on a message? Time to head to the low end and find out. Indeed! Achievement unlocked. Planned obsolescence. Low-end apartment complex. Upgrades available. Nice. All right. We have one upgrade point. So we could get better at intercepting or interfacing. Or we could unlock some of these things. Okay, this I really like. Predictive reasoning. Dice actions display potential positive and negative outcomes. That's amazing. This is also great. So maybe we save upgrade points. Or just get another +1 on interface, so we just have another +1. Yeah, let's do it. Boom. Oh, another restaurant of some kind. Noodle manufacturer and express delivery. Oh wow, we can be a gig worker. I mean, we literally are a gig worker already. Min Gi has a kelp stack in the basement and he makes noodles from the seaweed. Doesn't pay much, but he'll feed anyone who does a shift. Express delivery. Delivering noodles to the nameless units of low end takes guts and a certain fearlessness when it comes to asking for tips. Alright, let's check out this apartment complex. Unlock apartment. You find the entrance to the apartment, its passkey symbol obscured beneath layers of graffiti. Who lives here? Well, we're about to find out. I hope. The lock clunks open and the metal door swinging inward into the dark. As you push the door open, the automatic lights flicker on inside the apartment. They reveal yellowing plastic panels, the curved shape of wall-mounted utility units, the detritus of routine life arranged on every surface. You step inside, clicking the door shut behind. The amber light of the aging fixtures glaze everything with pale orange. The work surfaces hold a variety of objects, indistinct in the dull lighting. A pale blue light drifts from a doorway at the end of the room. Smudges through the thin layer of dust suggest a recent, rare, and hurried visit. They trace a path to the water dispenser, the auto wash, then to a cabinet still half open. On the shelf sits an empty pill case. Go to the doorway. You cross the cramped utility room with its auto wash dispensers, water closet towards the doorway. Through the doorway is a dark, warm room, lit only by the faint glow of a terminal screen. A bunk is tucked into the wall, the blankets ruffled. A wall desk glitters with rows of vials and containers. A briefcase lab sits open, loaded with rows of reagents and compounds you do not recognize. In comparison, this room is clean, ordered, controlled. Check the terminal. As you approach, there is a crackle from somewhere in the dark. Sleeper, Sabine's voice shakily echoes through the apartment. Welcome to my home. I'm sorry I can't be there. I've had to make alternate arrangements. You hear rattling noises, static. I was able to record this message, but I don't dare to show my face. Something is happening with Yatagan. I no longer trust them. Their voice becomes distant, slipping behind the background noise. I have something to ask of you. I want you to get me out. Yatagan were supposed to hide me, to protect me. After everything happened, I was desperate. And then after that, I was too tired to care. A noise like waves over the recording. But I'm done with them now. I want out. Screw the debt. But I need insurance. Something I can hold against them. I have my suspicions, but I can't be sure. I need information. And as you know, you need me. A pause. Something clicking in the dark. This isn't a threat. You have to understand my position here. Another pause. I know sleepers. I've been here before. I can help you, but not with Yatagan's noose around my neck. We have some Yatagan data. Get me data. Get me information. Get me something that I can use against Yatagan. Then I can get out, and you can get what you need. Please. Waves of static cut into Sabine's voice. Bring it here to my terminal. I'll get to it when I can. You look around the tiny room and try to imagine Sabine living here, working at the desk, sleeping in the bunk, blinking into the terminal in the dark. The recording cuts to static, filling the room with its white hiss, then silence. You sit in front of the humming terminal and hit a few keys. Sabine has left an access port open, but the rest is encrypted, locked away behind passcodes. It seems Sabine might not trust you as much as they want you to think. Who does Sabine need to hide from? And what debt do they owe to Yatagan? You try to assemble the pieces, but too many are missing. The only thing you know is that without stabilizer, your body will die. You glance at the briefcase lab on the desk, its glassware glinting in the dark. You turn away and leave, the door clunking shut behind you. Back in the corridor, you notice the scrawled graffiti of a blade on the opposite wall. Yatagan. You feel yourself being drawn into something you don't quite understand. New drive. Get Sabine out. Extract Yatagan data from Sabine. Well, I have some already. Okay, need 3. Cool. Solheim. That's still 4. We still don't have that. Yep, again. A 1. I don't understand. What does this +1 3 there mean? Alright, it tells me which ones are Yatagan, at least. That's another 1. Let's try this Havenage shit. I'm not quite sure what the +1 does when interfacing. It's like bumps that up to a 3, but why? Like, what does that do? Anyway. Got some cryo, that's nice. Havenage data. No use. Right, well, we're out of dice, so I don't think there's anyone we want to talk to. Right, and then we can inject a stabilizer. Can I do that after I sleep? Probably not. Or maybe I can. Because, I mean, it seems better to end the cycle first. Yeah, let's do it. Oh shit, something's happening. Oh wow. Oh wait. Oh god, I'm so dumb. Of course I should have done this. Because I'm not getting those 2 dice, am I? No. Oh well. Hello, merchant freighter has arrived. We can buy ship mine fragments. That's pretty cool, but I need 10 more cryo for that. Fortunately, I can't haggle over prices, apparently. This one just has to come back. I need money right now. Okay, you can't hear it on the microphone, but there's a wasp in here now. If you made your way in, mate, I'm pretty sure you can find the way out again. Dumb animals. I'm not, like, actually afraid of wasps and bees, but I don't like them much. Okay, so we need money. Right, we need money. Because we can now buy ship mine fragments from here. I'm not quite sure what a ship mine is, but I'm guessing it's a good thing that we might want. The only Solheim node I know requires a 4. And we don't have a 4, so... we need money, basically. We can do shit at the low end. We can play gamble for cryo. Okay, let's do this. We are an engineer. We are good at it. Let's use that. Oh wow, only got energy. Damn it, I need money! Why aren't you paying me, you shits? Alright, fingers crossed. Wow, I lost 3 cryo. Right, so do we fall for the sunk cost fallacy and play some more? Or do we actually try to find something else? We can feed you. This pays, but it's risky, and we have a -1 on engage, so we're not really set up for it, are we? Free spoke. No, that doesn't seem very good. Oh yeah, and we need to get here for Fang, what's his name? Not Fang. Emphasis thing, right? You need to make money. Well, this should make us some money. $16. Wow, that was not a lot. Okay, but we'll have 5 dice next cycle. We could go buy... Oh wait, what's this? Tambor Tea House. Yatagan Run Tea House. Tracking Havenage. Oh, I can get money for data. Let's do it. Let's sell out Havenage. Give me all your fucking cryo. That was not worth much, but we're gonna do it anyway, because I need that cryo. Okay, but that's repeatable as well. We can do that as many times as we like. Okay, that's better. Got 93 cryo, so we could go buy a ship mine part. How long are they staying for? Yeah, they're staying 3 cycles and then they're gone. So, and they only have 2 parts anyway, so let's get them as quickly as possible. We only need 2. I'm still not entirely sure what a ship mine is. Okay, let's check here. Havenage. Oh wait, I'm out of dice, so let's just fuck off and sleep, I guess. Ooh, fudge. Bloody hell. Okay, one more cycle before something bad happens. Shit. Oof. I need to eat. Okay, we have enough money to eat, so we might just do that first thing we do. Memphis, where are you? But then we need to make enough money to buy that ship mine part. Ooh, hold on. A 1. Perfect. Again, I don't understand quite what this does. Like, why? What does the +1 get me? Because normally the +1 adds 1 to your die, but these interface things are a specific die. You're not looking for your maximum possible die you can insert. So I'm not quite sure what this means, but yeah. Let's get some Yatagan data. Okay, we've got some cryo as well. That's good. That's Yatagan as well. Another 1. Well, 1s are pretty shit otherwise, so... Alright, cool. Oof, Hunter is not here yet. Fucking wasp. Alright, let's get Sabine their data. So loud, that wasp. Right. As you turn away from the terminal, the final cache of Yatagan data uploaded. The air crackles with white noise. Sleeper? Sabine's voice, weaker than before, comes through the haze. Sabine? A sigh of relief comes through the layers of noise. The call must be coming in from somewhere on the station. This has to be short. I don't know if Yatagan are monitoring me. Their voice is hushed, distant. You try to focus on it. The data you've been bringing in from Yatagan agents. Something in it I don't understand. A shrill howl rattles through the signal. This data is all gleaned from their implants. Records of integration with their nervous systems. Performance analysis. Error rates. Usage data. I installed many of these implants and I didn't enable any of this functionality. Their voice dips under the level of the noise like a swimmer slipping beneath the water. You listen to the waves for a few seconds before Sabine re-emerges. Has to be somehow baked into the wetware's interface. And that's not all. The systems compiling this data are connected to some kind of transmission protocol. It's being broadcast. Why? Every Yatagan enforcer is equipped with black market implants. Retinol enhancements, adrenaline boosters, pain suppressors. These implants are gathering data on themselves, on the enforcers' bodies, on their performance. Why? I can't tell. But I can promise you, these foot soldiers have no idea this is going on. The background tone switches, dropping to a grainy rumble. If they knew, I don't imagine they would be happy with the situation. Yatagan could have a mutiny on their hands. That sounds good. Or bad, depending on, you know. You lean towards the terminal, straining to listen to Sabine's faint voice. I need a few cycles to pull this all together, but this might be the information I need to pressure Yannick into releasing my debt. Yannick? He's one of the heads of Yatagan. They pause. It's better you don't know him. Keep it that way. Suddenly a banging echoes through the call. Sabine's voice is suddenly whispered panic. I have to go. Come back in 4 cycles. And the sharp crack of a disconnect and silence fills the apartment. Well, the plot thickens. You step back from the terminal. What does Yatgan have to gain from monitoring its own members? You try to recall what you know about the gang, but you have little to go on. You think of Toshiro, Sabine's minder, his mirrored teardrop implants set below hard eyes. What data could they be gathering? And more importantly, where are they sending it? You reflexively rub your forehead, trying to think. Can you really trust Sabine? How did they come to be Yatagan's doctor in the first place? You think of their kindness, their care, but also that glazed look of recognition they gave you when they first met you. That look stays in your mind as you slip back out of the apartment, glancing around as you close it up and drift into the corridors of the station, unable to shake the unpleasant sensation of being observed. Indeed. Okay. Alright, let's make some money. We can buy this thing. Oh wait, hold on. No, we still need a Havenage cipher. I don't have a Havenage cipher. This could theoretically... Oh shit, we need to eat. We're not going to make enough money to buy a ship mine part. To... Yeah. I mean, unless we get a cipher here. No, just data. And no free cryo. Keynote. Well, that'll just give us an encrypted key, I guess. Another Havenage. Ooh, should we do the Solheim node, maybe? Yeah, let's do it. I don't understand. Does this mean that I could use a 2 instead? It does. Okay, so that's what it means. I get an alternative die I could use. Okay. That's cool. Now we could pay 15 cryo to eat at Emphasis' place, or we could. No, that's not the one I want. There it is, Mingi Express. We could work for the Mingi Express. Let's do it. Doesn't pay much, but it'll feed anyone who does a shift. So, as long as we get neutral, at least, I guess we're gonna get fed. Yeah. Only 2 energy though. I only got 5 cryo. That's not bad. So let's go here. Find that Solheim node. Extract data. Alright, Solheim data, cool. No hunter. Right, so next time we do something, hunter's going to show up. And then we go to Feng. Ooh, we only need one more. Like, do your thing, Feng. Help me out here. 15 cries, scoping the systems. Right. As you enter the bay, Feng is nowhere to be seen. The banks of servers and machines blink out of the dark in staccato rhythms, unseeing eyes of the station's digital ghosts. Shitheads, Feng's voice echoes from behind a stack, followed by the hammer of a fist on a metal casing. These snaky shitheads. Who's snaky? Sleeper! Feng's smiling head pops out from behind a stack. Just the emulated consciousness I've been eager to see. Come back here. You pick your way between the thrumming stacks, trying not to trip on the loose bundles of cables that blanket the dark floor. Feng is sat in front of a set of monitors mounted to a stack. Thermal Sleeper, what do you see here? Feng waves at a monitor to his side, glowing with pale lists of information. You lean in closer, looking for the links in the data. The tables seem to be filled with personal information. Names, genders, dates, ID numbers, all the markers of institutional records. Shitheads? Feng laughs. Maybe not all of them, but what kind of shitheads? Solheim. Bingo. He taps the terminal. I pulled these from the old data you brought in. All employees of the Eye's original owners. And, he leans past you and scrolls the list down. This one. This is a snaky shithead. He stabs at the screen with a finger. The name reads Hardin Hurst. Who's Hardin? That, says Feng, giving you a sideways look. It's the thing. He drags a stool out beside him and motions for you to sit. There just so happens to be a Hardin Hurst in Havenage. In Havenage? That's right. He's right here on the station now. Feng leans back in his chair. Just think about it. Decades ago, Hardin worked on this station as a... Feng leans across to look at the monitor. Senior Strategic Operations Executive. Feng raises his eyebrows at you. Our Hardin was keeping the money coming in for Solheim. He defined priority growth initiatives by making sure the extractors they contracted out to were hooked into a system that outsourced all the risk and kept the profit. Good old Hardin shuttled thousands of Palladium Rush workers into an infrastructure, which meant that their cut of the work they did went straight back into Solheim. How do you know this? I grew up here, Sleeper. This is my history. I'm a child of the collapse. Feng turns back to his screen, staring hard at the strings of code flickering by. Before I was born, my parents were Solheim contractors. They ate in Solheim canteens, worked on Solheim ships. They breathed Solheim air and slept in Solheim beds. Feng's voice rises as he speaks, and his hands fists on the terminal edge. And the work that paid for that existence? The cycles of hard extraction out in the belt? Solheim took their cut. This was a company town, so to speak. And my parents were just another in the long line of freelance contractors, willing to risk their lives for a shot at anything other than poverty. Disposable. This guy, stabbing at Hardin once again with his finger, strategized all that, did the sums, and then somehow, thousands and thousands of cycles later, is still going, still here, crawling in the walls like some shithead snake. He survived the revolution. But how? These guys? They were big time. There's a lot money can get you if you're a company man. Feng relaxes a little. But how is Hardin still kicking? I really don't know. He turns to you and smiles. So we're going to go find out. Hardin is now a big shot in the shipyards, just a few degrees back around the eye from here. Feng brings up a map of the lower eye. Ooh, we've been to the shipyards. Havenage might be born out of Erlin's revolutionary zeal, but a flat hierarchy it is not. Hardin happened to float to the top. Feng zooms in on the far yards. He grimaces. Thing is, I don't have access to those systems. The shipyard crew is pretty paranoid, and they don't like anyone from systems digging around in their stuff. Plus, we need more than just the name of a Solheim executive. We need proof. Why is my camera so fucking messed up? Not sure that's any better. Oof. We need proof. Feng holds up a thumbnail-sized drive. That's where this little creation of mine comes in. I call it a ripper worm. He turns the drive between his fingers. It'll rip through any digital storage and spin out a silken thread of filtered data. This one is set on the scent of Hardinhurst. He hands it over. Getting into the compound might be tricky. Feng puts a hand on your shoulder. But you, however, have a particular knack for remote access. Feng grins. If you can extract yourself a Havenage cipher from a Havenage agent, they sometimes carry them among their data caches. You can crack open the compound's network and slot the worm in through any open port. You'll never even need to go near the shipyards. I've been bloody trying to get a Havenage cipher. So what do you say? Up for it. Let's do it. I knew it. I knew you'd be happy to catch the snake. And don't worry, once we nail this guy, I'll start work on that tracker of yours. I haven't forgotten. Feng scratches at his chin. Anything the worm gets, it'll send back here. There's something wrong here, and I aim to get to the rotten core of it. You leave Feng digging through data among the wires and machines of the old station. As you walk out, you try to imagine the Eye as it once was. A vast machine running smooth and strong, directed by people like Hardin. A vast Solheim-built machine into which thousands poured from the surrogate systems, looking for a new life. The hope of a better future, engineered to line someone else's pockets. It's an idea you are intimately familiar with. You think of Hardin still alive, still part of this place, and wonder if the past is ever truly past. Indeed. Okay, something's going to happen on the next cycle that we're not going to like. But also my camera is... What? Wow. Directions are hard. I literally moved the camera in the wrong direction. That looks better. That's better. There we go. Alright, this game just goes deeper and deeper, doesn't it? Okay, so we have no anything left. We need to eat. Can we buy... Yes, we can. Right, let's buy a thing. That puts us at very little cryo left, but... Shipmine core. And X. Ooh, upgrade point. Yes. Yeah. Okay, so what did that do? Your newly built ship mind has impressed the ore traders, and there's no reason you can't build more. Okay, so... Do I get, like, better stuff? I get better... Oh, okay, ship mind. The core of a ship AI amputated and in hibernation. Okay, so we're trying to build a ship to get us out of here, I guess. I guess. I don't know. We'll see. We did get an upgrade point. I would really like this, but I would also very much like to get some higher upgrades. So I think we might focus on that. Which means we hold off. Yeah, this is just gonna tick. Okay, I got no money. But we could get... No, I can't work a shift because I've got no dice left. Okay, we're just gonna have to eat the loss of... Okay, so I need a Havenage cipher to open this to gain access to their network so I can insert this. I think that's what he meant. But that's like at least 2 hacks, and Hunter will come for me next time. I'm not quite sure what that does. I mean, it's creepy as fuck, but like... Right, I think we're just gonna have to accept that something's gonna happen and it's gonna be bad. And we need to make at least 15 cryo next round, or spend a die working for food. Alright, so what's gonna happen? Okay, pretty nice dice. But someone's coming for us, and they are here now. Ethan, cynical bounty hunter. Hold it there, sleeper, comes a voice from behind you. Don't you run. Stay still. I want to see what happens. Good, good. A hand pats your coat down. You know your master's voice. Ew, fuck off. Ethan spins you around. He's wearing a wide smirk and a slick jacket, and you immediately know he's terrible news. You got all the way out here and then stayed put? He laughs a cruel laugh. That's a sleeper thing. That's a sleeper thing? You're my first. You barely hear him. You've noticed the handgun he has leveled at your chest, and it's hard to take your eyes off it. He reaches down with his other hand and slips some kind of ring out from a belt loop without taking his eyes off you. Making it to the eye, though, that's pretty good. This place isn't so bad. Bars, markets, people. I pull most of my contracts out of asteroid caves or off of godforsaken moons. He splits the ring into 2 perfect circles. It's hard to hit civilization when there's so much space to pass through. Who are you? Just a freelancer on a contract. He reaches over to slide the rings around your wrists. Go easy. No. You see a chance the moment his eyes leave you to watch the rings. You spin, knocking him away and sprinting down the corridor. Then the shot rings out, echoing off the metal so loud it hurts your ears. A bullet hole smokes in the wall beside your head. You freeze and Ethan closes the gap. This is a very boring routine, trust me. I've seen it all before. He slips the rings over your trembling wrists. Ethan nudges you to start walking. To the ship and home, he whistles. Going easy. You stumble down the corridor, your hands behind you, your mind racing. Who hired you? Your daddy's at SNR. They want you home for dinner. Ethan yawns and continues to nudge you down the corridor. Came to come all the way out here just to head back to SNR right away. That track of yours makes this too quick. Was hoping you'd put up a bit more of a chase, you know? A running battle through the bright market maybe? Or a holdout in the low end? There's a few establishments I would have enjoyed checking out while I was around. You walk on in silence for a little longer, desperately trying to think of a way to escape. That SNR tracker will be the death of you. Hey, I have an idea. Ethan interrupts your thoughts. How about on the way back to the ship we stop for a drink? I'm buying. He laughs at his own joke. I have a better idea. This better not be one of those where you do a dramatic pause and then try to jump me, because I'm pretty tired of that. Although, muses Ethan, I've got myself thinking, what's the rush here? Here we are in one of the most lawless joints in the surrogate systems, and we're heading for the exit. He pauses, and you trudge on in silence. Okay, here's the idea, starts Ethan. You and me, we make a little agreement. Here are the terms. He turns you to face him. You run, or leave, or try to abandon the eye, I shoot you. You plot or scheme, you try to kill me, I shoot you. But you come meet me at an establishment of my choice every few cycles, and you pay my tab, I don't shoot you. Pauses. You don't pay my tab? He rattles his handgun. You get the idea. I get it. Okay, that sounds to me like a deal. It's a pretty shit deal. He stretches. You know, I really thought I was going to have to kill you, but this is so much better. He clicks something at his belt and the rings release from your wrists. I'm going to see if I can find my old stool at the compressor club. Come see me there. He aims the handgun at you, squinting down the sight. Let me just remind you, that body of yours is one big tracker, so don't even think about leaving the eye. I'll know. Ethan turns and strides off down the corridor, slipping his handgun away. The mix of relief and terror you feel is overwhelming. What are you going to do? Yeah. What are we going to do? Jesus, and what's this fucking tab and how soon do I have to pay it? And where is he? Okay, so we have... Oh, fuck. 4 items. Items, it's like 4 cycles, okay. We need to get that fucking tracker disabled. I also need a drink, because it's warm here. Like, really warm. So we're going to take a short break. I'm going to go to the loo. I'm going to get myself another drink, and then we'll be back. Okie dokie do, we are back. So let's see. We have in 4 cycles he will fuck us up. Good evening, LeChuck. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty well. I'm still reading from my super busy weekend, so I'm pretty tired, but I had a chill day at work. Did nothing but discuss essays with other teachers, which is always fun. How are you doing? I hope you are well. How's your car hunting going? Can we hack Haven Shade? Yes, we can. With a 2 or a 3. Well, let's use the 2. Got some cryo, that's good. Havenage cipher, nice. And some data, sweet. Doing okay, just getting over a cold and car hunting's going okay. Put a deposit on one Saturday, and with any luck we'll pick it up this Saturday. Oh, that's nice. So that was pretty quickly sorted. I've never owned a car, so I don't really know how much work it is to buy one. Like, my girlfriend a bunch of years ago bought, like, a used car to have over the summer for work, but that was pretty quick. But other than that, I'm absolutely clueless when it comes to buying cars. Guessing if it's your permanent car for your family, you've got quite a lot of requirements for it. Here comes Hunter. Those familiar threads wrap around you, bind you, test you. Entity, submit. Hunter's strange head bobs in your vision. Your ally in the sealed dock cannot save you. In that globed head, you see the whirling strings of data. So many spinning there that they threaten to tear through the thin skin and whip out into the void around. What happened to this creature? Depends on whether you have money to buy it outright or not, but pretty either. Yeah, I mean, obviously, she just paid cash for that. It wasn't very expensive. It was like, I don't remember, but like 1,000 euros or something like that. The threads squeeze and you lose any sympathy you might have had. You must escape. Strike. You lash out once more, pushing Hunter back, severing threads that regrow as fast as they are broken. As you slip away, you realize you have to find a way to deal with Hunter once and for all. This is getting too dangerous. Indeed. But now we can do this. We have a haven. Haven cipher. Hack the shipyard and slot the Reaper worm. Let's do it. Get that data. See if Fang can get my tracker disabled. Okay. So, what do I do now? I did the thing. Okay. Worm slots in, begins turning down a thread. Godspeed, little one. Okay. Do I talk to Fang? Yeah, let's see. Okay. Basically, it's going to take 3 cycles. That is one more than... or one less than when Ethan's gonna kill me, so that's good. But I would like to have a bit more insurance here, so let's make some money if we can. Merchant freighter, no, that's not gonna help us. I could probably work in Dragos' yard. Cutter salvage. We've got some good dice, so we can probably make some good money there. What about the shipyard? Okay. Yeah, let's do the shipyard. We've got 3 5s here. We should be able to make enough to at least get food. We're gonna need a stabilizer again very soon. Ooh, 5 cryo. It's so bad. Surely there's something we can do that earns us more than 5 cryo. Okay, but we filled that, so what does that get us? Ah, some new stuff. Some new stuff. Oh, okay, so this is where you can eventually build a ship, I guess. Systems fitting, structural fitting. Havenage offices has new stuff. Oh. Well, really now. Ship mine fragments, okay. I don't have any currently. That's good to know. And Yatagan data. And who are you, Lem and Mina? From the walkway, the sidereal horizon looks impossibly vast. A landscape of plating and frames. All along her flanks, torches flicker, drones maneuver, arc lights glint. The sense of scale of industry is both stunning and strangely unsettling. From the walkway... No, oh. She's quite beautiful, I think. You turn to see a figure a little way down the walkway, leaning at the railing. He's thin, ragged, his work gear poorly fitting and loose. The torches of the sidereal horizon flicker in his eyes as he turns to you. Lem. He leans back from the rail, revealing a child standing beside him, staring out at the ship. And this is Mina, he adds with a smile. Hi, Mina. She stares and tucks herself behind Lem, who dutifully picks her up. She's a little slow to trust, aren't you, Mina? She buries her face in the folds of his overall. Mina looks out from Lem's chest, a dark brown eye twinkling among the rough material. You working on her then? Lem asks, eagerly gesturing to the vast ship, or just admiring. He shifts Mina's weight to his other arm. Admiring. Understandable. He nods, gazing back out at the sidereal horizon. You like it too, don't you, Mina? He jostles her a little. She's Mina and I's ticket out of this place. Her escape vector, so to speak. The ship? You haven't heard? Anyone who takes a Havenage contract on the sidereal horizon will be entered into a draw for the transit support crew. He smiles. We won't get to sleep the journey through, but a couple of decades of service will be nothing for me and Mina if it means landfall on a new world. He winks. Transit support. Someone needs to stay awake to keep the thing running. He straightens up, stretching his back. That's a colony ship, friend. The Sealer's Foundation is sending thousands to settle a system well outside the reach of the core worlds. It'll be a totally independent colony. No surrogacy, no corporations. Why is it here? Why build it here, you mean? He grins. Don't ask me. I know as much as Mina about that. He ruffles Mina's hair thoughtfully. I suppose many corporations weren't too happy about breaking the idea breaking with the idea of surrogacy, setting up somewhere without it feeding back to the core. Maybe Celia's got locked out of the corporate shipyards and had to go begging for somewhere to set up. Homeless, just like Mina and me. Mina responds by pushing his hand away. Daddy, she whispers. Food. Pulling an exaggerated, grumpy face, she glances furtively at you as she plays with a set of dog tags that hang from Lem's neck. I'm just chatting a little, Meanie. Give Daddy a sec. He turns back to you and you suddenly notice how tired he looks. I'm not on the Havenage crew yet, but I'll work my way in. You can do it too, friend. We have to stick together. He smiles a little shakily, and you wonder how long he's been working to break into the official shipyard crew. I'm working on it. He looks at the sidereal horizon, as if trying to pull energy from those flickering torches from the vast hull. We gotta hold out, okay? You aren't quite sure if he's talking to you. That's how it works. While he stares out, Mina catches your eye curiously. You agree, Mina? She straightens up and meets your eye. Daddy loves me, she says it stubbornly, daring you to question her. Lem smiles and lifts Mina. That's it. We hold on. He smiles sheepishly at you. We're just a couple of softies, isn't that right, Mina? Sets her down, standing by his side, and she clings to his leg. Gotta go feed this one. He pats her back. Maybe see you on your shift, huh? He turns and they walk down the walkway away from the shipyard. You see them talking, and then a moment later, Mina turns around and stops. See you, robot. Her shout echoes down the walkway, and she flashes you a parting smile before running to catch up with Lem. You watch them a little before you turn back to the impossible scale of the sidereal horizon. A ticket out. A new drive. Work your way into shipyard crew. So that would be over here, yeah. Unit summary. I mean, we have +1 engineering and interface, so that's probably something we can do quite well. Okay, we have one more cycle with 4 dice after this. I mean, we're equally good at engineering and interface, so we can just go for either one, really. Okay, what else do we need to be doing? Yeah. This is just a question of waiting. It's 3 cycles. Ugh. This isn't going to help us, is it? No. We're done there. Nothing there yet. Sure, we could learn some shit here, but steel dock plants, no thanks. What do I do with the ship mine core? Like, I can fabricate more of them if I have ship mine fragments, but I'm not quite sure what to do with the core. Oh god, another 3 cycles before she reports back. Oh. Oh yeah. We can, oh yeah. We can just sell data. I mean, I'm guessing all of these organizations are just scummy as fuck, so I'm just going to keep selling data to them. As far as I know, they're all shit, so... Alright, so we definitely got enough cryo to buy some food, which we're going to need. I still really want to go here, but it's 150 cryo. I'm not sure how I made all that cryo before, but I managed it somehow. Okay, we could use one dye to get fed, but you only get one. No, you get 2 energy. We get 3 from paying for it. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna buy some food from Amphis. So honestly, it seems like the best option, to be completely honest. Boom. And then we're gonna use these dice to try to make some money, I guess. Or maybe just progress this. Okay. Got some cryo as well. Cool. Alright, that's all we can do today. We have one upgrade point. I want to get, like, maybe one of these things. Ooh, not great dice. 5, 4, and 2 1s. So I'm thinking we use our good dice for this thing, and then we see if we have anything we can hack, maybe? With a 1, 2, or 3. Two or 3. 2 or 3. Jesus. Everything's the same here. A 1. Some cryo, and then we'll get some cryo for selling the data as well. One or a 3. Wait, no, I don't want a fucking key. No, go away. I want some data. Come on. Yes. Okay, neutral account. We got 2 data. Let's see. Let's see. Where whether we could sell this shit? Havenage offices, right? Yes. It's only 10 cryo a piece, but it's still 10 cryo. It doesn't advance anything though, which is a bit of a shame. It feels like a bit of a waste. But anyway, let's go to the shipyard. And do some engineering. Nice. Oh, we got a random scrap item. Cool. So we can offload that and get some more cryo. Nice. Building up our cryo stores again. I like it. Okay, but we'll be down to 3 dice. And we're going to have to buy another vial with this money next cycle. But also we'll be able to complete Welder's Mate. Okay, so each time you complete one of these you get No, wait. Is it if I get a negative outcome, maybe, that this fucks up? Okay, so let's make sure we only use very safe dice for this. We could eat, or we could... Yeah, I think we should eat. Because, like, we might as well, right? So now we're at full energy. Condition's going to go down, obviously, because it does. We spoke. Let's see. Right, is the auto exchange we can sell components. Get some cash. It's not much, 12 cryo each. But hey, it's something. Alright, we'll have a ship coming in next cycle, I think. Oh wow, that one's going to take a while. Okay, well, it's time to sleep. Oof, only 3 dice, but we got 2 really good ones. And 1 really shit one. Okay, so 1 more until Feng does his thing, but in 2 cycles, Ethan's gonna shoot us. Unless we pay his tab. Or rather, in 2 cycles, we have to pay his tab, or he will shoot us. I wonder if getting Feng to disable the tracker will save us from that. I also wonder if he will do it immediately, or if there's more bullshit he wants us to do. Alright, scrap crates are coming in. I think that might be decent money. But I also want to focus on this. So let's use our good things here. Okay, that's safe. I guess that's good still, yeah. Okay. I can't do that anymore now. Because I filled the thing. So I guess we start doing systems fitting. Right, so we have what we need for a vial of stabilizer. Ooh. Each shift, a crowd of would-be workers gather outside the shipyard, each of them clinging to a 4-digit number printed on receipt paper. These are their assignment numbers, and you are either called for a shift, or you aren't. As you arrive, the crowd is restless and chatter rumbles through the lines. For those who, like you, have graduated to the work teams, shifts are guaranteed. Having just walked out of a meeting with a supervisor, where you were praised for your efforts, you feel the glow of a job well done. Yet you can't help but feel empathy for those huddled as you pass, waiting for their number to come up. You keep your head down as you leave the shipyard, feeling a little guilty as you do. Hey, sleeper, wait up. Lem's voice trembles as he shouts above the rumble of the crowd, and you turn to see him pushing through, Mina crying in his arms. Lem, good to see you, friend. He's breathing hard after shouldering through the waiting workers. You made the work team, good for you. Tries to catch his breath, stroking Mina's hair as he does. Baby, give me a second. He smiles weakly as he comforts her, and her cries start to fade. Out of the crowd, He sets Mina down by his side, shiny streaks down both of her cheeks. As he does, you see he's clutching an assigned number on a crumpled piece of paper. An assignment number on a crumpled piece of paper. Waiting on a shift. You know how it is. Puts his hand on her shoulder and she clings to his side. Esther, who usually takes her, is sick. He stretches. I don't know what a noise sounds from the entrance. A klaxon, followed by a list of numbers growing brightly on the display screen. The crowd responds instantly, pushing and pulling as people try to wade to the entry checkpoint. Lem stops and turns back towards the crowd, then glances down at the crumpled paper. That's my number. Shit. Mina. He starts patting the pockets on his gear and glancing around. Go, I'll watch her. He blinks a little, staring. Thank you. He crouches to Mina. You're going to stay with our friend here, okay? We're going to keep you safe, and he stands back up. Here, take her bag. He shoves it into your hands. She's got food, Shit, I have to go. He backs away into the crowd. Mina, I'll be back real soon, okay? Be good. And Lem disappears into the roiling crowd, who are now trying to get into the shipyard before it locks down. Mina stands staring, suddenly small without Lem at her side. She fixes you with dark-eyed stare you can't quite read. Hey, Mina. She holds the stare unmoving. The two parallel tear tracks still glint on her cheeks. You okay, Mina? She sniffs and looks down. Look in the bag. You unlatch the top of the bag and see a few metal containers, fashioned from scrap components. A battered slate sits on top, blinking a low battery warning, and tucked beside it is a ragged rabbit, hand-sewn. Take the rabbit. You pull the rabbit out of the bag, its long limbs waggling as you do. Mina goes to jump and grab it, but holds herself back. She stands and hugs herself, eyes on the rabbit. What's their name? Mina turns away and looks at the entrance to the shipyard. This isn't going well. Give her the rabbit. You hold the rabbit out, and Mina snatches it from your hand. She hugs it tightly without looking away from you. Bun Bun, she says, staring you down, ferocious despite her size. Hi, Bun Bun. You move a little closer as you speak, closing the gap. He doesn't speak, she says. She looks at you suspiciously, but her face softens a little. She waggles Bun Bun in front of you and then walks him up your arm and onto your shoulder where he sits. She pokes your arm a couple of times. Are you really a robot? Sort of. Yeah, she thinks. Me too. Mina has more questions. Lots of questions. Questions about how you breathe or if you rust. But before long, you're talking about rabbits and what Esther, the lady who usually takes her, smells like, and whether or not fairies live in the ice heating pipes. You pass the time like this, sitting side by side on the floor of the walkway as others pass by, sometimes talking, sometimes drawing on the slate, sometimes playing with Bun Bun the rabbit. And this is how Lem finds you, just as both of you are starting to yawn. He's dirty and tired, but Mina leaps up his legs and into his arms as he stumbles backwards. You two get on okay? He asks, trying to keep Mina from climbing onto his shoulders. We managed. Mina glances carefully at you, hiding a smile that is slowly growing. Well, looks like Meanie can be nice. He pokes her in the ribs and she squeals in delight. Thank you, friend, I mean it. He gives you a warm, wide smile. I owe you. Look, he glances around. It seems like Esther, the lady who usually watches her, is going to be out for a spell. If you ever have some time, I'd really appreciate you coming down to our place in the low end. He grins sheepishly. If you have time. But now I have to take this one to eat. He plays at biting Mina, and she giggles in response. See you, sleeper. He waves, and then they stumble off down the corridor, drawing gazes from passing spacers as Mina's laughter echoes down the corridor in bright squeals. Okay, that was quite beautiful. Ba-ba-ba-bum-bum. Whoa. You have been promoted to the assembly team working on the hull itself, welding the fabricated blocks of the ship into place. A vast job. Whoa, okay, that's going to take a while. Havenage offices, where we can sell Yatagan data. I don't think we want to use a 1 for that. No, that's a bad idea. Oh, we're going to need a vial. So we're just going to buy one now. We're already down to 3 dice, so it's a waste to use it right now, so we'll hold off. Let's see, we dropped 2. Yeah, okay, so we'll do 1 more cycle before we use the vial. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, shit. We can make sure he gets his lottery ticket. Well, I mean, it's safe. We can't be hurt doing it. See how it goes, I guess. Oh, we gained energy. Now, that is a lovely thought. But I have never gained energy from hanging out with the toddler. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm just terrible. Maybe I'm just a horrible person. But hanging out with kids seldom gives me energy. Maybe it's different if you're an emulated mind in an artificial body. In a semi-abandoned, post-apocalyptic, capitalist hellscape future space station. We definitely want to do that. Okay, well, I think it's time to sleep. This should finish. So we'll see what the result of that is. This should finish, so we'll see what the result of that is. Still not sure what to do with the ship mine core. I would love to finish up this, but yeah. Okay, this is how long I actually have to do stuff here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I would have to do a bunch of these to actually finish up the winter light before he kicks me out of the shipyard. Or the scrapyard, I should say. Anyway, we shall sleep. We shall not inject a stabilizer this turn, because we're still going to be at 3 dice regardless. Okay, 4, 6, and a 1. Well, we might as well just inject it now. Condition stabilized. Body repaired. -1 stabilizer. Yeah. Okay, so... Okay, Fang has got shit for us. So does Sabine. Go talk to Sabine first. 4 cycles, Sabine said. And here you are, right in time with no sign of them. You wait a while in the apartment, the dread descending as the cycle spins onward. They should be here. Check the terminal. You check and double check the terminal for messages or recordings. Nothing. Just the pale glow, the silence. Check the door. You pace back and forth around the apartment, the rumbling of the station suddenly so present and loud. You go to the door and open it to an empty corridor. You close it again. Wait. You try to settle down, to wait. You sit on the bunk and stare out at the tiny room. Where the hell are they? A knock at the door. Oh shit. Let's open it. Nothing ventured, right? A figure stands in the door and immediately you know it is not Sabine. Damn straight it isn't. They are taller, sharper, and something in their face glints in the half-light. A dark shape like a stubby baton hangs loosely from her hand. Well, shit. Rabia. Rabia? Rabia? I don't know. Our local sleeper. Good to finally meet you. She steps into the apartment, glancing around with sharp eyes. What, may I ask, are you doing here? She fixes you with a steady, unwavering stare. Do we remain silent? Waiting for a friend? Nothing? I don't know. I have a feeling we are in trouble. I'm waiting for a friend. Of course, a mutual friend of ours, the good doctor. She walks past you into the apartment, glancing around. We set them up here, you know. This place is one of ours. She picks a glass from the dispenser and inspects it. People always seem to forget who put them where they are. She glances at you. And I suppose you're here to help? Where are they? I was hoping you would be able to help me with that. She spins the baton in her fingers by her side, her eyes not leaving yours. We have a problem, you and I. It seems our friend has disappeared, left without even saying goodbye, which means they are in a little trouble now. But it's the kind of trouble that you need help for, so I thought I'd come down here and take a look at their little hidey hole here, and here you are. The help. She looks through the detritus on the side. And what help? A sleeper, no less. Which I have to admit is a little surprising. It suggests to me that our friend hasn't been very honest with you either. Now that is... They were curiously helpful without knowing us. That is true. What do you mean? Well, I'm sorry to report that before we got them set up here, Sabine was working for your owners. She pauses. S and ARP. You blink hard at the news, unsure how to take it. Rabia looks away, waiting for a response. Prove it. Happily. She crosses into the next room, and you follow silently. She sits at the terminal and touches her baton to one of the access ports. A spark, then the terminal screen skips, encrypted folders emptying themselves before your eyes. In the flicker of the files, you see S&ARP letterheads and code forms, reports laden with medical data marked with the corporate logo like a sigil of some cult. Rabia steps away from the terminal. Look all you want. Some of your files may even be here. The volume of documents is overwhelming, but they seem to be mostly reports on early emulation tests, surveys with sleeper candidates, reams and reams of usage data. If Sabine was an S&ARP employee, why did they help you? Rabia reaches over and places a vial of stabilizer on the desk, breaking your concentration. It shimmers in the screen light, its viscous, clear liquid crystalline within the glass. We will, of course, keep up the supply. We are more than able to dispense important medicines, even without the doctor. You hold it between your fingers, and for a tiny moment you have the urge to crush this object for the power it has over you. I'll ask Toshiro to make those a little cheaper for you. He'll be running the surgery now. Rabaya closes up the briefcase lab and holds it at her side. We have to retrieve our assets, of course, but I'm sure you understand. Rabaya turns on her way out. There's no reason for us to be enemies, Sleeper. Come see me, I keep an office nearby. We have good work to do, you and I. Meet me there in a few cycles. She slips out silently into the corridor. You look around the apartment and feel the fear drain out of your body to reveal the tiredness beneath. Well, shit. That did not quite go to plan or expectations. But we have 2 upgrade points. That might be nice to be able to repair condition with scrap components instead of having to use stabilizer all the time. Question is, how much cheaper did they make the stabilizer? Let's see. 80 cryo instead of 100. That is cheaper, I will admit. That is cheaper by a bit. I don't currently have any scrap. We can get scrap, unload containers, or buy some scrap. I'm gonna go talk to Feng first. As you arrive, Feng comes striding towards you, taking you by surprise. Let's go, Sleeper. He puts a hand on your shoulder and turns you back the way you came. Follow his lead. He steps into the passageway, guiding you downring towards the shipyard. Sorry for the hurry, but we have something of an opportunity. That data you ripped, well done by the way, he grins, tells me Hardin is making a rare inspection of the sidereal horizon this cycle. It's the perfect chance to confront him outside of that compound he hides in. Feng takes a sharp turn onto a dimly lit side passage. Confront him? That's right, it's the perfect time. Oh no, this is gonna fuck up my chances of getting on that ship, isn't it? Feng slows and slips into a dark service tunnel where somewhere a water pipe drips in the black. It's him, Sleeper. The same Hardin Hurst. A worm ripped out decades of records that mention him by name, an entire trail of documentation from the first days of the Solheim collapse until now. He wrote out the whole thing, slipped into Havenage when it first broke off from the Union. He paces into the tunnel, a hand rubbing at the back of his head. I need you to understand something about Solheim, Sleeper. I don't know what you know about the collapse, but it wasn't as instant as it sounds. It wasn't like Solheim was here running the station one day and the next Erlin's Union took power. Back then, Solheim knew this place was slipping away from them. As the palladium market collapsed, they tried to keep the contractors here working. The pay got smaller, the costs higher. People like my parents were forced to work non-stop just to keep a berth on the station and water in their tanks. Solheim squeezed every last worker until the mistakes, the accidents were coming in non-stop. And as new waves of contractors came in, desperate to work, Solheim welcomed them in, taking bribes instead of checking pilot licenses. The whole time, Solheim was folding up, dragged into court cases in the central systems, while this severed limb of a station still desperately tried to take all it could. The riots came after the collision at Dock 2. A young pilot, his MEV overloaded with palladium, miscalculated his trajectory and took out a section of the ring. Hundreds died, thousands panicked. My parents told me people were terrified and the blame fell squarely on Solheim. People like to tell stories about Erlin, how he brought the factions together, spoke to the crowds, turfed out Solheim. Maybe that's true, but my mother, pregnant with me, locked herself in their MEV and welded it to the dock while my father joined the improvised crews, trying to seal up the ragged edges of the gap. He never came back. Feng pauses in the dark. They sealed it up though, and by the time they did, Solheim was gone, abandoning every one of us to the black. Apart. Feng finally turns back to you now, his eyes burning, from shits like Hardin. Shits who held their place, rode it out, and slipped into the new structure like nothing had happened. Nothing had changed. Standing shoulder to shoulder with those they had exploited at every step. Feng starts walking again. That's why I can't just let him strut about the shipyard. This time his past catches up with him. How is he still alive? Clearly you don't know much about executives. That kind of power comes with certain benefits. Feng rejoins the main passageway, which is now wide and glass-roofed. Through the ceiling you can see ships in mid-construction, their flanks lit by the flashes of plasma torches. The entrance to the shipyard is ahead. Okay, I'm really torn here. I'm sure this Hardin deserves whatever Feng has coming for him. But I'm pretty sure that getting involved in this is going to fuck up our spots working in the shipyards. Meaning we don't get a spot as crew on the sidereal horizon, taking us off the station and far, far away from SNARP. Let's go. Feng grins. Let's go show this shithead some consequences. He strides to the shipyard entrance and pushes through the doors. A web of corridors lead through the complex, snatches of the construction bays always appearing through windows. Ships are suspended like whale corpses, skeletal, imposing. Feng seems to know exactly where he's going, and before long you cross into a huge dry dock locked to one side of the sidereal horizon. A network of platforms and scaffolding cling to the ship's hull, filled with workers and equipment. The sound is stretched out by the vast space so that the welding, cutting, and sealing seems to come from everywhere at once. Both you and Feng spot them at the same time, a group walking slowly across a gantry, and at the front 2 men, one gesturing towards the ship and the other stick-thin, cleanly dressed with a shock of grey hair. Hardin. You and Feng say his name in unison, and Feng sets off up the staircase to the gantry, with you following behind. Let's fuck him up. As you come to the same level, the group is passing closer, foreman gesturing to the work being done throughout the dock, and Hardin nodding along. Hardinhurst! Feng shouts across the noise, taking you by surprise. His voice bounces and comes back in a rippling echo. The figures turn. Yes? Hardin asks quizzically, raising an eyebrow. He glances between you and Feng, and you see his gaze linger on your body, unsure of why a sleeper might be in this place. You are a traitor, Hardin, a Solheim executive who tried to hide here among its victims. Feng's voice is steady, strong. You stand for everything the Eye was rebuilt in the shadow of, everything Erlin stood for, everything Havenage stands for. You have no place on this station. For a moment, stillness descends on the group, as if everyone was held in place by the rattle of construction. Hardin laughs. Well, good to meet you too. He glances around at those around him. Some are smiling, the others nervous. You're from the systems branch, are you not? Asks Hardin, inspecting Feng's clothing. Feng turns to the foreman. You need to call your security. This man is a corporate agent. The foreman glances between Feng and Hardin, his hands drumming at his sides. Hardin leans towards him and says something inaudible. The foreman nods. It's true. As you begin speaking, Hardin turns his attention to you. And what would a sleeper know about that? You accuse me of being a corporate agent. What are you if not exactly that? He looks around at the group, who are already eyeing you with suspicion. You are a product of SNARP. You have no place in a Havenage shipyard. Who knows what signals you're sending back to your makers? A murmur of approval runs through the group. Feng holds up a stick of memory. You guessed right. I am systems, and I have records that link you directly to Solheim right here. He turns to the foreman again. So once again, I am asking you to take this man into the custody of the shipyard. The foreman remains still. Hardin's voice is calm, measured. If you have such data, why hasn't it been submitted at a members' meeting for proper review? He shakes his head. I have nothing to hide, unlike a man who does not announce his name, who enters my shipyard with corporate property in tow, and tries to turn my own men against me. You hear it now, the echoing sound of boots on walkways coming from all angles at once, and then settling behind you. Please, said Hardin, submit the data through the correct channels, then we can talk. For now, however, you must leave. He gestures behind you to the security detail, their hands on boxy black sidearms at their sides. Feng spits. Hardin, you shithead, you can't wriggle out of this one. The security officer draws their weapon and levels it. Feng turns and stares him down. Maybe best to live to fight another day. I'm pretty sure Feng dies if we... You look at Feng. He shakes his head and puts a hand on your shoulder. Let's go, says Feng, and he pushes through security, heading back down the walkway. Once security has walked you out of the shipyard and nudged you back into the corridor, Feng picks up pace. You try to keep up as he slips into the shadows of an entrance. Feng is grinning ear to ear. You know, Sleeper, sometimes people are exactly how you expect them to be. Something pings in his pockets and he takes it out. On the slate, a web of connections starts drawing itself out, stretching to a set of points around the ring. Got him, mutters Feng. What's going on? Hardin is doing what any snaky shithead always does, calling his friends. We are tracking his outgoing messages. Feng's grin looks ghostly in the uplight of his screen. The old ways are best. Spook them good enough and they'll give the game away. He jabs at the slate and you see the web is being drawn over a map of the ring, lines bouncing from point to point. All these dots, these are Hardin's buddies, the ones he's messaging right now, and we're going to find them all. That was on purpose? Of course. Hardin isn't working alone. We need the full set or nothing. Feng glances around and slips the slate back into his pocket. We better split for now, Sleeper, but this is exactly what we need. Good hunting. With a pat on your shoulder, Feng drifts away, back into the flow of people around the shipyard entrance. You watch him go, unsure whether to be angry or impressed. Well, I need my fucking tracker disabled, dude. That's obviously not happening before this guy wants his fucking tab paid. And it's gonna be expensive, isn't it? We have 3 upgrade points. Okay, cool. Maybe we could we can get both of those and +1 to one of them. We could get our engage up to 0, so we're not at a disadvantage. I like the idea of predictive reasoning. Let's do it. And then we'll just have another +1. I like that. And photosynthetic skin. Hell if I know if that was good. Maybe I should have, like, min-maxed something. But oh well. Let's see, what's the time? 8:45. Thinking of winding the stream down quite soon. And trying to see where we might go when we do. Okay. Right, but we'll play this cycle out and then leave it there, I think. What do we do? Are we fucked at the shipyard now? Probably. No, we are not fucked at the shipyard. Okay, good. I was worried. Okay, yes, this is very nice. Predictive reasoning. Sweet. Like that. Okay, yeah, so something bad will happen in 4 cycles. Fuck, I should have known he was stringing me along. He was never going to get rid of my tracker. I mean, maybe he is, or was, I don't know. But yeah, so I think what we're going to do... Oh, Rabia's office. Right. We should talk to her. Oh, right. Yes, okay. 2 cycles. Okay, negative outcome is minus condition. Minus 2 energy. Fuck. I'm gonna leave that alone for now. Okay, I'm thinking we're just gonna go to the shipyards, do some maxed out engineering shit. And then we're gonna go babysit. Oh no. Shit. I need I need to up my engage. But let's do it. I mean, it's safe, like we won't lose condition or anything. And hey, we actually gain energy from doing that. That is actually really good. So that's like 1 free energy every cycle. But yeah, would be nice to have the extra engage. However, how much money I'm gonna have to give this guy? Because I have 50 cryo now, and that's all the cryo I'm gonna get this cycle. Well, we're about to find out. Ooh, right, okay, so we can do this. To get energy for free. Well, it costs a die, obviously, so not for free. We don't need stabilize yet. Alright. So Ethan's gonna come fuck us up now. Okay, I take it. Pretty good dice, though. I like it. Okay, but... yeah. This cycled, so... surely he wants us to pay his tab now. Okay, we get a deadline for paying the thing. 58 cryo. That we can swing that. It's not great, but we can swing that. Okay, it's always engaged to babysit Mina, which means I'm always going to be at a disadvantage until I manage to get that up to 0 at least. Okay, pay the tab to tracker. We can't do anything with that. Would I actually be able to finish this in 2 cycles? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, I could do 4 now, but it doesn't pay anything. Maybe doing this will help with his nerve. I don't know. Do we have a freighter, so we could make ourselves some. Okay, yeah. Yes, this is what this is what I need. Okay, so this has positive outcome plus 15 cryo. And of course, yeah, okay. That's cryo. We need cryo. Good. What about the shipyard? What happens there? Yeah, we can get more cryo again. I wonder, is it good to just pay his tab immediately? Or is it better to just wait the 2 cycles and then pay it? Like, am I extending the next deadline by doing that? Or does it, in the long run, not actually matter? Because at the end of the day, it's just money out of my pocket, and the time between payments is going to be basically the same. No, surely it's best to wait out the deadline. Because otherwise, he's just going to set a new deadline as soon as I pay him, right? He's going to be like, oh, come back in another 4 cycles, fucker. So we'll hold off. We'll hold off on that one. Okay, another cycle before we can talk to Rabaya. Okay, well, I guess we'll just do some shipyard work. Feels a bit dull, but it's a neat goal. And we get cryo. I'm not sure why it's listing plus 15 cryo twice as a predicted outcome. I'm not quite sure what that's about. Like, does it mean... I don't know. But anyway, we're gonna keep doing this shit. Alright, we'll do one more. And then I wonder if it's meaningful to use a higher die for babysitting Mina. No, not leave. Well, I mean, this is pretty good money since we are an engineer. We have +1 in that. I should have probably stuck those 3 points into getting up to here at some point, but too late. So if I babysit Mina, where is she? Yeah, okay, so a better outcome advances it further, basically. Okay, so that's neutral, that's positive. I get it. Let's spend a better die and hope for a... Then again, like... It's only 25% chance that it's positive. Is that worth it? I don't think so, actually. a negative outcome, but it's still +1 ticket out, so... Oh, right, I don't get any energy if it's negative. Let's do it. Come on, Mina, let's have some fun together. Okay, +1 energy, nice. Means I don't have to eat. Okay, now I kind of want to do one more cycle before we quit. Now, I think the way this shit works is that I can do... So one cycle, that's going to fill. I think the way this works is I can do one more cycle and then come here and pay his money. I think that's how it works. I hope that's how it works. I kind of feel like I need to be able to save scum here, but I can't, so... Let's just go sleep. Maybe we just eat this cycle. Oh man, those are some shit dice. Fuck. Right, we can talk to her. Okay, so we could do one of these to get... I mean, we could actually blast through this to get him on the crew. That would be nice. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to eat. I can spare 15 cryo to just eat. There we go. I mean, it's a good thing we're an engineer, but it is dangerous, right? Here's the thing, though. It doesn't tell me what the risks of a negative outcome are. Only what neutral and positive will do. Which is a bit annoying. Alright. Let's, Let's get some cryo. Like, this is a really good source of cryo, basically. Nice. +2 sidereal horizon. Let's do a babysit with the 2. So that's 50-50. What does this do then if I just do a 1? It's the same. Like, it doesn't get below 1, so it's a waste using the 2. Hey! Neutral outcome. Take it out and some energy. Alright, let's just burn through this. Lem, my buddy, I'm gonna get you on that ship. She's asleep, whispers Lem, creeping back out of the unit's tiny bedroom, sliding the door shut as he does. You are perched at a thin bar in the main room, the slate in front of you still glowing with Mina and your drawings from a cycle spent together. There's a ring, the only world Mina has known, with stick figures standing along its edge. The tall one is you. Drink? Asks Lem, producing a worm-looking bottle of Girol? Is that a word that exists? Like, is it... Oh. Okay. The fuck? A Girol is a cheese scraper. It's a flat wooden disc, round, with a metal cylinder coming out the top, with a sort of scraping blade coming out the side, and you turn the blade around in a circle. What? What do you even use this for? Why? What? Okay, yeah. So you push. Yeah, okay. So you put your cheese down, so you push it down over the cylinder, and then you put the scraper on top, and you gradually scrape cheese off. Wow. Okay. But it is also okay, image search just crashed and didn't show any images, which is weird. But it's also French for chanterelle. What? Help me, Google Translate. You're my only hope. French. Yes. So.
Girolles.
Girolles is also French for
Chanterelle.
chanterelle. So there's a drink called chanterelle. Well, it makes sense. The food we buy from Memphis is all fungus as well, so... Drink, asks Lem, producing a worn-looking bottle of Girolles from under the bar, its contents glowing amber in the fluorescent light. Sure. Lem nods and glugs a few fingers into a couple of metal tumblers, then sits down with you at the bar. Cheers, he offers, and you clink the metal containers together. You know, we actually have something to celebrate this time around. Lem gives you a sideways look. I made the assembly team on the side reel. He grins broadly. Clearly he's been desperate to tell you all cycle. Amazing. Lem holds up his drink. Couldn't have done it without you keeping an eye on little meanie back here. Lem shifts a little in his stool. He looks uncomfortable. How's our girl doing, Sleeper? I haven't seen much of her these past cycles. She misses her father. Lem looks away. Yeah. He says to no one in particular. The silence stretches out as Lem takes a drink, his eyes fixed on the bedroom door. You okay? He nods. I can't take all the credit for Mina. She isn't actually mine. He gazes into the middle distance. I pulled her off of a refugee shuttle out of one of Ember's moons. The colony was falling apart for decades after Solheim collapsed, surviving on next to nothing. Eventually, some of the residents tried to make for the eye on those decrepit old shuttles. These decrepit old shuttles. He sloshes the drink around in his tumbler. They had no idea what they were doing. The one Mina was on decompressed halfway here. Everyone spaced. The only reason she made it was someone sealed her in a weapon locker. She was ice cold when I reached her. Purple lips. He shivers. Once I picked her up, I wouldn't let go. The medics treated her with me still clinging to her. He takes a drink. Still not sure why. He reaches over and refills his cup. We weren't exactly anybody's heroes, you understand. We were private military, hired in by Conway to protect their claims in the collapse. But once I got Mina, that was it. I quit. Got us dumped here. You saved her. I'm going to sound like an idiot now, but he sighs. She saved me. That's the truth of it. He looks around the decaying unit, its stained plastic plating and flickering lights. Me, I brought her to this. She was tiny, too small to know what she lost, but I can't stop thinking about it. He rubs his eyes dark with tiredness. What if our number doesn't come up in the draw, Sleeper? What then? Sidereal will sail off without a thought, leaving us here. What kind of life is that for her? You'll make it. Sorry, I know you don't have it any better. He looks at his cup and pushes it away down the bar. This is a celebration, right? Both of us on the team now. Both of us with a chance. Together. That's right. We hold on together. Imagine all three of us riding the sidereal horizon out of here to a new world. He looks into his glass for a moment. I think I drank this too fast. He laughs. Lem stands and starts to clear the glasses into the auto wash. I need some sleep, friend. Me too. Alright then. He catches your shoulder as you turn to leave. Thank you, sleeper. I mean it. From both of us. He pats your shoulder and you slip into the dark of the walkway with thoughts of little Mina in your mind. Achievement unlocked. Good robot. What the fuck? Ah. One upgrade point. Do we just get rid of the -1? Do we get +1 endure though? That would be good as well. Now let's hold off for a bit. Alright, so we have a 2 left. Let's go do some work. We have +1, we should be pretty good. There is danger though, we might take damage. Ooh, -1 condition. Fuck. That's gonna put us at 4 dice next. Okay. Well. Not much to do about it now. But we have plenty of cryo to pay off Ethan. We have a stabilizer. We have this ship mine core. I still don't know what to do with it, what it's for. It seemed important to chase. But I'm not so sure anymore. Alright, let's sleep. Complete active scenes. Oh, right. We haven't talked to Rabaya. That's very nice of the game. That is very nice of the game. To not let you sleep. Okay, but I need to sleep though. So we're actually going to quit to menu. And that will be our stream for today. Let's see what it looks like on here. Well then. Alright, so. Thanks to everyone who came along. Those of you who chatted, those of you who only lurked. I appreciate all of you equally. That's our stream for today. We'll be back with more of this on Thursday. I heard someone say you can finish this game in one session. What is the session? How long is the sitting with a game? I've played this now for well over 4 hours, I think. A session with a game for me is usually like 2 hours, 2.5 when I'm streaming. So yeah, whatever. But yeah. But it does look like we have a way off the station. Getting on the sidereal horizon. Though it's not a guarantee. It's still a lottery. We got to pay off Ethan. And we got to talk to Rabaya. But that will all have to happen on Thursday. Because I'm tired and need to go to bed very soon. But for that, we are going to head over to Mikey, who's playing Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy. And he's doing so to actually raise some money. Raising money for St. Jude's. Fantastic place that treats kids with cancer and conducts valuable research to help improve treatment methods to ensure that survival rates continue to increase. So he's raising money for cancer research, and I think that's a very nice cause. So I don't know how many of you are still lurking there, but we're going to head over there very, very soon. Raid has been created. Until Thursday, when stream is back with more anti-capitalist shenanigans, remember to take care of yourselves. Stay hydrated. Eat food. Get sleep. Don't be like me. And of course, as always, remember that teacher loves you, and you should take care of the people you love, and give your love to those who care for you. And fuck capitalism. Fuck it right to hell. Let's go.